Hello, class. My name is Lanika King, and today I am presenting on the 1922 mining tragedy of La Oroya, Peru. The purpose and objectives of this presentation is to cover the Doe Run Peru Mining Company, the events that led to the toxic environmental disaster, the health and environmental impact and implications, as well as the current state of La Oroya. This is just a briefing of the table of contents for my presentation. La Arroyo, Peru. La Arroyo, also known as Arroyo, is located in central Peru off the western coast of South America, facing the Pacific Ocean. Arroyo is a city on the river of Mantara and the capital of Yauli province. This city has earned the town a place on the Blacksmith Institute 2007 report of the world's worst polluted places. Donru, Peru. Donru, Peru is the mining company that started it all. It is the one that operated the La Arroyo smelter back in 1922. It was a top metal exporter in Peru, producing over 50,000 tons of copper, over 100,000 tons of lead, and over 40,000 tons of zinc annually. In 1922, the metallic smelter was operated in the Oroya region of Peru and had been almost a sole source of employment for the area. The area is now 30,000 residents. So with that being said, we can see how important this metallic smelter was economically to that region. Now, just to give a briefing of the smelting process, one would take a sterile rock, they would mine it, you would then get mineral. Then there's something called the beneficiation process, which would produce concentrates. You would then go through the pyrometal surgical process, which would excrete sulfur dioxide metal particles and crude metals, as well as subproduct. The crude metal would then be refined, and that is the end of the process, which would then again produce subproduct and the product that is wanted, which is the pure metal, which is the sellable product. There were so many environmental and health impacts of that region. Unfortunately, that area was highly contaminated by mining waste, by the dust and acidic fumes from the smelter. The company allowed toxic elements used in the smelting process to contaminate the air, water, and soil. Now, the pathways in which these toxins were able to transfer, it was airborne. They were traveling through soil and direct contact, especially as well as trophic accumulation. These toxins affected over 30,000 individuals, as well as over 8,400 children just under the age of 12. And this data was collected in May of 2007. Ultimately, it did affect the health of many individuals, especially children. There was an incredible increase in lead and arsenic levels, exceeding above the acceptable limit, according to the Director General of Environmental Health in Peru in 1999. Surveys were conducted by multiple companies. A survey specifically conducted by the Peruvian Ministry of Health in 1999 revealed that blood levels among local children were dangerously high, averaging over 33.6 for children between the age of 6 months to 10 years, tripling the World Health Organization's limit of 10. Sulfur was also at an extreme high, And due to the smelter closing, the local population health did improve. However, the quality of life and economy also depleted. As previously stated, it was a very primary source of jobs and employment, and so thus many people have lost their jobs. There was also implications, neurologists reporting that at local hospitals, even newborn children had high blood lead levels inherited while they were in the womb. Okay, so in this, we're able to see the metals of concern, the toxins of concern. Primarily, they were lead, arsenic, and cadmium. They were carcinogenic and affected multiple organs, including the kidney, livers, bladder, skin, lungs, prostate. We are able to see in the graph on the left that when previously measured post exposure, that there was obviously an influx and an incredible increase in lead, arsenic, and cadmium in the air. And thankfully, by 2009, when they were measured, um, they had drastically decreased below the sufficient level, according to the government personnel there. And these were measured for schools. So, the School of Public Health by St. Louis University. Now, on slide 9, we're able to see that there was a comparison of cadmium in La Arroyo and a neighboring town, which was called Concepcion. La Arroyo's population of cadmium was more than 3 times the level in the United States, and also greater than the levels in Concepcion. So we're able to see that the comparison, and also it's broken down by age group. So we're able to see 6 months to 6 years, 7 to 12 years, 13 to 18 years, and over 18 years. However, those who had the greatest exposure seem to be the ones between 6 months and 6 years. So there was a drastic increase in lead levels. It seems to be a centralized theme throughout. In this figure, we're able to see that La Arroyo children, broken down by age group again, had significantly higher blood lead levels than children of the town Concepcion. The quest for justice and looking towards the future for La Arroyo. There are many public health programs that have been implementing neighborhood level practices focused on children's health specifically, including biannual blood testing for all children. This has been operating for a few years. There's also a company called Oxfam America's Oil that has been working in partnership with La Arroyo since 2000, the year 2000, in efforts to reduce the overall effect of Doe Run Peru. In Peru, they are calling on the government to stand firm on the environmental concerns and not negotiate any back-end deals with Doe Run. And in the U.S., they're asking Congress to hold Renca Group and Doe Run Peru to their promises, including fully paying for cleanup of the polluted town and funding health programs for affected residents. Unfortunately, the city of La Arroyo has not gotten back to where it used to be economically. A lot of things has depleted in terms of economics, population, um, school enrollment due to the tragedy of La Arroyo 1992 mining incident. I believe this was a great way to learn about one of the world's most toxic environmental disasters. Um, and it's very unfortunate to see that it hasn't been totally resolved almost a century later. Thank you.